Exclusive visit for you today. Just a little bit of Universal history for you. Our studio is the oldest movie studio still making films. We're not the first ever, but we're the oldest still in business. And our start was in 1912 in what was the movie capital of the world. That was New York and New Jersey. By 1914, most of the movie companies had left the East Coast for the West Coast, telling everybody they were moving out here over the weather. Partly true. It was also to get away from two people. One of them was Thomas Edison, who owned the patents on both cameras and projectors. Every movie that was made, you were under the thumb of this gentleman. So a few movie moguls felt that if we went 3,000 miles away in 1910 through 1913, we'll be able to have the freedom to make whichever movie we want. That is the real and maybe less romantic reason that show business is here. Now, we've stayed here over the weather, certainly more conducive to filmmaking. Take a look in the distance. Again, your first opportunity to see the outdoor movie sets. Now, in the distance, also, our neighbors, Warner Brothers Studios and Walt Disney Studios. Again, a huge history. This area was purchased in 1914. Initially starting with just over 200 acres. Today, we have about 400 acres of movie-making magic. Sets on the back lot include the Courthouse Square from Back to the Future. Again, you're looking at the only theme park that is connected to an actual movie studio and more than 100 years of history. One of the greatest aspects of Universal's history, what put us on the A-list, are monster movies. And the sets from Dracula, Frankenstein, The Wolfman, The Hunchback of Notre Dame, Phantom of the Opera, and The Invisible Man, those sets are still here, and they're sets that can be experienced to this day. Over on your left-hand side, down below, you see a small body of water, maybe a few explosions as well. Our Jaws attraction. When Jaws was a huge hit in the mid-1970s, Universal thought, we've got to have an attraction that showcases this. Making the film was not as fun as watching it, though. Steven Spielberg can tell you that their 55-day shoot turned into a 159-day shoot, quadrupling the budget, two of the main actors fighting with each other, one actor going on television and telling people he wasn't thrilled to do the film. Well, it turned out to be one of the biggest films of all time, in part thanks to the great editor of Verna Fields. Now, many factors on our lot are not just movie sets that have been used over and over, but how about picture cars? A picture car is any car simply in the picture, whether it's real or not. And what I mean by not, sometimes it's an empty plastic shell. Look over on your right-hand side from the Fast and Furious franchise. We can see Dominic Toretto, a number of his vehicles. From Mr. Bean's Holiday, a Mini Cooper. We have Bumblebee and also one of the Decepticons. One of my favorite spots on the lot. From Alfred Hitchcock's masterpiece. Sets that have not changed in more than 60 years. Take a look over on your right-hand side. You're looking at the Bates Motel at the house. At the top, the house where Norman and his mother lived. These iconic sets are part of the beauty of visiting our movie studio. This is not a recreation. As we get closer to the house, this is the house that Alfred Hitchcock used in the 1960 hit Psycho. Also used in Psycho 2, Psycho 3, and all the promotions from our great TV series, The Bates Motel. When we get a little closer, you want to get a better look at Mother. Spoiler alert, second floor, left-hand side. Now, look sharp. Here she is. Oh, and her son Norman. Norman, we didn't even see you there. I guess this is a good time to tell you to keep your arms and legs inside the tram. From Alfred Hitchcock to Steven Spielberg, take a look on your left. Actual sets from Steven Spielberg's War of the Worlds that starred Tom Cruise. That's a real 747. It never crashed. It was purchased from an airplane graveyard in the Mojave Desert. Purchase price about $60,000. At that point, you're just buying scrap metal. The real cost, getting it here, about $250,000. Now, normally when you build something massive like this, you have an opportunity to clean the set up. It's also that studio or production's responsibility to do so. We asked Paramount and DreamWorks to leave it here. We use this not only for other production, but if you come back during the Halloween Horror Night event that we do, I get to walk you through here sometimes with zombies from Walking Dead chasing you, or Chucky, or Jason, or Michael Myers. The cabin behind that from The Great Outdoors with John Candy and Dan Aykroyd. Also used in Naked Gun 33 1/3, Shooter with Mark Wahlberg. Now, Universal has been fortunate to work with generation-defining directors such as Alfred Hitchcock and also Steven Spielberg. And now, we're absolutely thrilled to have partnered with Academy Award winner Jordan Peele. In a moment, we're going to take you through the actual sets of Jupiter's Claim. This is the set from the sci-fi thriller Nope, which stars Daniel Kaluuya, Keke Palmer, and Stephen Young. To tell you more about it, here is Jordan Peele. Take a look at the monitors above your head.
Movie magic only happens when a team of collaborators, often in the hundreds, work together to take an impossible notion and bring it to life. This is Jupiter's Claim, a nostalgic, small-time Southern California amusement park owned by former child star Ricky Gervais. Over there, look into the winking well and have your picture taken just like the kids in that old 90s movie Kid Show. That's what this whole place is loosely based on. Remember that one? But a little further down, you can see the brand new Star Lasso experience, built to showcase an unbelievable live show. You're about to find out. Welcome to the world of
Let's take a closer look at the actual sets from the sci-fi thriller Nope. Watch your arms and legs as we open the trams. The gates over on your right-hand side are opening in the